Thank you for joining us today for our Quickenar, Planning for Changes in the Adult Population. The Nutrition and Aging Resource Center is committed to being your go-to trusted expert in the nutrition and aging field that providers within the National Aging Network turn to when they are looking to improve practices and/or solve a problem. The purpose of this Quickenar is to help you gain a better understanding of how the older adult population is changing and identify resources to help professionals meet the needs of older adults. Nationwide, we are seeing a significant increase of our older adult population. The darker blue shows the states with the greatest percent change among the 65 and older population from 2012 to 2020. From 2010 to 2020, the older adult population increased by 36%, whereas the rest of the population increased by only 3% during the same time frame. By 2060, it is estimated that the older adult population will double in size since 2010. The large increase of the older adult populations means the older adult population will surpass the youth population in about 10 years. By 2035, there will be more adults over age 65 than children under age 18. The expansion of the older adult population is an opportunity for organizations, communities, and businesses to improve the services provided to those ages 65 years and older. To achieve this, we must have a better understanding of today's older adult population and how it differs from the previous generations. The growth in the number of older adults is because of the baby boomer generation, or those born between 1946 and 1964. There are nearly twice as many people ages 65 to 74 years than those ages 75 years and older. In fact, since 2011, 10,000 people turn age 65 years daily. Today's generation of older adults is different than previous generations in many ways. Today's older adult is living longer. The average lifespan now is 79.1 years compared to 70.2 years in 1965 when the Older Americans Act was passed. Since 65 years is no longer the standard retirement age, older adults are working longer with rising employment rates since the 1980s, except during COVID. Additionally, the older adult population is more educated than previous generations. Between 1970 and 2020, the percentage of older persons who graduated from high school increased 60%. The majority of older adults also have internet access. According to a recent survey by Pew Research Center, 64% of adults age 65 plus have internet access at home, compared to only 1% in 2001. For example, a recent study reported that the leading sources of nutrition and physical activity information for a sample of adults ages 40 plus years included digital media such as websites, videos, talk shows, podcasts, and social media. Another noteworthy difference is the current older population is also more diverse than past decades. Currently, about 1 in 4 older adults identify as Black, Indigenous, and/or a person of color. This is projected to increase to 1 in 3, creating a more diverse population. This means the types of desired and needed services currently provided will likely need to be revised and tailored to ensure cultural relevance and appropriateness to various racial and ethnic groups. Sadly, older adults are also more food insecure now than previously, meaning they are unable to afford safe and nutritious foods. The United States Department of Agriculture defines food insecurity as a lack of consistent access to enough food for every person in a household to live an active, healthy life. The recent State of Senior Hunger report stated that 5.5 million seniors aged 60 and up experienced food insecurity in 2021. This is equivalent to 7.1% or 1 in 14 of aging adults in America. Similarly, the United States Department of Agriculture reports that about 1 out of 5 food insecure households include an adult aged 65 and older. Food insecurity rates are often higher among older adults who identify as Black, Indigenous, or persons of color. This graph illustrates the disproportionate effect on people of color. The high prevalence of food insecurity demonstrates the need for community-based food and nutrition programs like the Senior Nutrition Program that promote food security. For more detailed information, please visit the Nutrition and Aging Resource Center's Instructional Campus on Aging Nutrition, or ICAN. ICAN includes information on the Older Americans Act, partnerships, operating a nutrition services program, menu planning, diversifying funding, and more. Moreover, adults ages 60 years and older also appear to be more engaged with their health care and achieving wellness. This is a different mindset from generations prior that typically accepted the adverse effects of chronic disease as normal aspects of aging. The openness to being an active participant in their health and wellness has the potential to attract older adults to take part in more of the OAA-supported activities. As such, we should be preparing for the complexities of needs that people have as they age. These 6 factors can negatively impact older adults' nutritional status and health. Therefore, it is important to have programs in place that help people as they age. A study in 2020 identified that 88% of older adults have at least one chronic condition, and of those, 64% have 2 or more, which is about double the rate you see in the population aged 45 to 64 years. In 2016, 22% of older adults were identified as an elder orphan or an unbefriended older adult, which is an older adult without family or a designated caregiver around. Check out Module 7 of the ICAN course for more information related to the complex needs of the older adult population. The Senior Nutrition Program has many notable benefits as it relates to the older adult's nutritional and health status. Those who participate in the Senior Nutrition Program are less likely to be admitted to a long-term care facility or require an emergency room visit, are less likely to be food insecure, and report increased social opportunities and satisfaction. Despite these notable examples, participation rates have been declining while the population of older adults continues to grow. This means there is an unmet need. As I've mentioned during this Quick&R, the Nutrition and Aging Resource Center now offers an asynchronous online learning opportunity called the Instructional Campus on Aging Nutrition. ICAN is designed to meet the training needs of staff and volunteers of congregate and home-delivered meal programs, area agencies on aging, local service providers, state units on aging, registered dietitians, and others who interact with older adults living in the community are encouraged to take the course. Get started today by going to the Nutrition and Aging Resource Center website to access the ICAN interactive training modules. The QR code shown will lead you to the Resource Center website. We look forward to serving you through the services offered at the Nutrition and Aging Resource Center. This concludes the Planning for Changes in the Adult Population Quick&R. Please take a few minutes to complete the Quick&R evaluation so that we may better serve you in the future. Thank you for viewing this educational offering from the National Resource Center on Nutrition and Aging. Please visit our website for other Quick&Rs and valuable resources.